Good morning, everyone. So today, as Lauri already mentioned, I'm going to talk to you about a few dreams and coffee. My first dream, when I was growing up and kind of got into coffee about 5 years ago, was to become a world-class barista. There's no education really in coffee, and how I started was I started skipping classes in high school, went to work for a coffee pay at a small coffee roastery, and then through some competitions I gained some more knowledge, and actually last year I won the Finnish Barista Championships. To my surprise, as you can see from the photo, and got a ticket to the World Barista Championships that were held in Australia, in Melbourne, last year. And there I placed among the top 20 in the world, which was pretty cool. Then, once I had accomplished this and kind of dream that I had for quite a while already, was having my own cafe. I still remember on my first Interrail trip with my girlfriend, I had a little notebook where I wrote everything I would want to have in my own cafe, everything from big espresso machine to beautiful communal tables. And last year, after I came back from the World Barista Championships, I actually found a location for my first cafe. In Etutöölö, here in Helsinki, on a street called Freesenkatu, which happens to be a street that's named after my forefather, which was a pretty cool coincidence. So basically, at the time I was still 21 when I opened the shop, and I had already realized two of my biggest dreams, which naturally was good, but I started wondering what would be kind of the next thing that would keep me going and get me up in the morning every day. And during the last year, kind of this autumn, it's been forming. And kind of I figured out to get a dream that would last a bit longer than 5 years, so something that would keep me going for the next 20 or 30 or 50 years. And that dream is to empower 1 billion people to make better coffee. And by better coffee, I mean coffee that doesn't just taste great, but it's coffee that is actually better for everyone. I've been traveling quite a bit in origin countries, visiting coffee farms and seeing what actually happens there. And I've realized that great coffee doesn't just happen. It requires so much work, so much hard work from everyone, from the pickers of the coffee to the processing, to the roasting, to the person who's actually making the coffee. And any misstep there can ruin the whole thing. And the funny thing is that when the coffee is actually tasting good, that pretty much means that it's actually sustainably produced. So ethically, ecologically, and financially sustainable. There's no way growing great coffee if you're intense farming the environment. Great coffee requires great people to work on it, and that basically means that their conditions are pretty good, because otherwise they wouldn't be doing that. Most of the coffee prices are based on kind of world commodity coffee index price, which is a very arbitrary way of pricing coffee. So in Honduras, I was with a guy who was negotiating directly the price with the farmers, and they were getting over double the price for their coffee because it was tasting so good that people are actually willing to pay good money for it. So to me, when I started, I had kind of a very technical approach to coffee, and I just wanted to make that single great tasting coffee without really realizing everything behind it. But now, I like to call this the better coffee. So coffee that is better for everyone, really. ecologically, ethically, and financially sustainable for also the people who are producing it. What do we do at my shop, Freese Coffee, here in Helsinki, and actually here, where we're serving all the coffee here through 6 stations, is that we make people's day better through great coffee. That's what keeps me going. That's what it really excites me. That's what I want to do. But our shop can only fit a handful of people at a time. And I started wondering, how can we scale happiness, or making your day betterness, if you want to call it that? I don't want to be the next Starbucks and set up 1,000 coffee shops. I wanted to figure out something else. So yesterday we launched forbetter.coffee, which is, I want to create a place on the internet, the best place to learn about coffee and get all the beans and gear you need for making it at home. And basically, instead of us serving you great coffee and making you happy, I want to empower everyone to make great coffee at home and make their own day better, or their day better for their family or friends. So the site is called forbetter.coffee, and it's still naturally under construction. We only started. But we launched a pretty cool animated landing page yesterday that has our 5 tips for better coffee. Super simple ones. So everything starts with the great coffee. Then when you grind it yourself, you get a lot more flavor in the cup. Proper measurements, clean equipment, and drink it fresh. With these 5 tips, anyone can make insanely good coffee. It's actually not difficult, and that's what we want to do. I want to make great coffee fun and easily approachable to everyone, wherever you are. We plan to do that through well-produced videos. So we'll launch a set of a few videos, like how to make better coffee on a mocha master that almost every Finnish household has, or sort of illustrated these 5 steps. We also want to bring the better coffee to events like this. So you're not here for the coffee, but we're here to make your day better through great coffee and great service. And naturally, that is kind of a tangible service. But I wish that we can create a network of our coffee ambassadors who would keep doing that wherever they are. How do I make 1 billion people to drink better coffee? To be honest, I don't have the faintest clue. But I thought that was a big enough number. And something that excites me and really motivates me. We want to create a movement for better coffee, as the name suggests. Everyone can make that better coffee at home. By buying good tasting coffee, you're actually improving the livelihoods of people at the producing countries, way more than buying fair trade or any other sort of labeled coffee. I hope you enjoy our coffee here, and I hope you visit our webpage if you're interested. We're going to have really cool content about great coffee. It's going to be developing. We'd love to hear your feedback or thoughts and how we can make it better. Have a great day. Thank you.